Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about beliefs versus awareness, like what you believe. And often with our beliefs, we feel like we have good beliefs, right? That's why we believe them. We feel like we've sorted them out, we've, scrutinized them, we've really refined them to a position where we feel good about what we believe. But here's the thing is, a belief is only a placeholder for when consciousness or kind of awareness is absent. Once we have awareness, we're viewing reality, because that's what awareness does, is view reality, and the belief is no longer applicable, right? And so what happens though is that we harbor our beliefs in such a way that our ego essentially wants to be right. And it isn't looking for reality anymore. What it's looking for is justification of the belief. And this is where we get going south, if you will, or going dark with having beliefs. The catch-22 with a belief is that it's not necessarily bad to have a belief. If we're headed in a particular direction, we know where our compass is pointed, we have limited information, we have limited maybe awareness, then we're going to just make our best guess, essentially, which is really just what a belief is. It's our best guess. And that's okay. But we need to check them every once in a while, because an unchecked belief really kind of slowly starts to turn into a program. And that is our first red flag, because once anything becomes a program, by definition, it operates on its own eventually. Right in the beginning, it might not, but eventually it'll operate on its own. And if it's operating on its own, it's starting to influence our perspective without us even knowing. And then before you know it, we just have another program that we're trying to rid ourselves of. And it's good to remember that our goal is to become program-less. And in the same vein, we're looking to become belief-less. We would really rather have awareness. We would really rather be perceiving reality. So it's really good to keep our beliefs in check and know that ultimately a belief is nothing more than a guess. It's nothing more than the thinking mind connecting dots and making its best guess. But we have to be really keep careful that we don't become attached to them, and that's why we keep them in check. You've heard me say we hold our beliefs with an open hand rather than a closed fist, because we're always evolving, we're always changing, we're always growing, we're maturing. And so if we're holding our beliefs with a closed hand, it actually prevents us from maturing. It prevents us from gaining awareness and seeing reality. And we have to be mentally prepared that what we believe is going to be completely wrong, or what we believe is going to be highly modified, or what we believe is only a tiny part of a bigger landscape that we're not seeing. So we just have to be prepared that we're going to be wrong on some level or another. And sometimes people have a hard time swallowing that pill. But it's always a good reminder that beliefs are that awareness is what we're going for. And beliefs are kind of this half-baked version that is nothing more than a placeholder until we can gain our awareness. If you would like to receive these videos more consistently, just click the link in the description and you can become a member, and I send them out about once a week. Until next time, I hope you're all doing well, and we'll talk to you soon.